Hello everybody. Today I bring you step out of the fuck. Look man, it's my birthday. I've stepped out of the shadows and I bring you an episode of Cyberpunk. However, this is not gonna be, this could be a series. I could do a series on this. I would not mind replaying this game. And yeah, and this is also a birthday special, and this is my bike. Anyway, so basically the gist of this is that this will be a series that will be updated annually. I'm also probably, because it's a great opportunity to just fuck around and talk about shit that I may want to talk about. Unironically, I actually have some plans for the future. I intend on doing, depending on when the new Sonic game comes out, since it's coming out for pretty much all the consoles out right now. I intend on getting it on the PS4. In which case, I will be doing a series on it because I love Sonic. And then the other thing is I recently picked up and started playing the Saints Row 1 remake. I've never played the original Saints Row, but I don't know if I'll ever play it. But the remake, I do intend on doing a series on as soon as I finish out Tiny Tina's. I've also decided to wait until there's a demand for people who want to see me do the DLCs. So if you could, for anyone who is watching this, post in the comments if you would like to see me do the DLCs now or later. I mean, not like right now because I'm playing Cyberpunk, but I mean like do you want me to do it like once I go through the story for Tiny Tina and the Borderlands 3, which I'll be doing an episode on tomorrow. But once I beat the final boss for each of those games, once I'm at the end, if you want, I would be willing to go and do the DLC portion of that game. Now technically on Now technically I'm a Borderlands 3 character. I am using some DLC gear already, I believe. But I would be happy to play through the DLC itself as well. And yeah. Anyway, so Cyberpunk it's still kind of janky, but it's decent. So decent. And this is my this is the save from where I have a few things going on here. I'd be more than happy to show you. Let's see. Okay. I need to do a thing that involves killing a bunch of dudes. I think this will actually work out pretty good. Alright. Alright, let's go to Karubo's bar. Yeah, so I don't know if you saw that, but I just got ran over by a car. Hang on. Let me like get run over by a car. This might actually kill me, because if you've ever seen anyone's videos of them testing stuff, if you get run over, for some reason the game just warrants that as an instant death. So when this car hits me, motherfucker, when a car hits me, I was supposed to die right there and then. But notice how I just didn't take any damage at all. If you know the glitch, then you know what's going on. Essentially, to put it into words most of you will understand, there is a mission. You have to play through. Now, to be fair, a lot of the glitches require you to have played a fair amount of the game anyways, until you unlock the missions and are capable of doing these. One of them is technically already patched, the money glitch. However, another one that may not be patched, or is just left in the game for now because the devs, I hope, really don't have too much of a problem with it. I mean, they're most likely going to take it out, but so for those of you who so if I start a series right now, start playing it in the middle of the series, while I'm doing a series on Cyberpunk, which, by the way, this is not the first episode, to remind you again that this is the birthday special. But anyway, so like say for example, I'm doing a series on Cyberpunk, but in the middle of that series, I have to postpone an episode because the devs push out an update, theoretically, and then they patch the Bozo the Clown immortality glitch. Now, Bozo the Clown, basically, you take him to a Chinese restaurant, he walks in, he blows it up. You have about a certain time frame in between. Now just to stop right here for a moment, I am now explaining how the glitch works. So basically, right around the time where you'll want to save right before this in case you screw it up, or in case if something goes horribly wrong. I recommend that. But basically, when you pick up Bozo the Clown, you go to the Chinese restaurant, he walks in, he blows it up, he walks out, the mission is complete. What you want to do is, as he's walking in, you want to spam getting out of the car and then run. Just run as fast as humanly possible. As soon as you're out of the car, in the time frame that Bozo is entering the Chinese restaurant shop or is in it, as soon as you are able to leave the car, you get out of the car and then you run as humanly fast as possible. Once you run, what's going to happen is it's going to count that as a fail. But if you run far enough and fast enough before the mission registers as a fail, the game will then still think you're in the cutscene of Bozo the Clown entering the Chinese restaurant, because that counts as because for the game that counts as a cutscene. But if you leave the area and basically run fast enough to load like others, like portions of the game next to that area, the game then unloads that area, but also thinks you're like in the cutscene. And because of that, and because like the mission fails in that same instance, what effectively ends up happening is the game, even if you enter another cutscene, the game still considers you being in that same exact cutscene for the rest of your playthrough, granting you immortality. Now, it's time to shoot everyone to death.
¿Por qué chingados metes las pinches narices donde no te llaman?
Or
¿Esa pinche cabeza que tienes?
hijack this thing. Alright. This is so easy. Oh, I screwed up, didn't I? I think I screwed up. I think I want to focus on the longer chains then. Oof. Okay. If I put in the right sequence, based on how this works, I should be able to do everything here, including top knot. So actually, if I complete the first one, never mind. Screw it.
Ven aquí, carajo.
Oh yeah, by the way, this gun I'm using right now, for those of you who don't know, this is Johnny Silver's hands piece that I'm using. It's a great gun. I love the crap out of it. It does so much damage. And it doubles as a melee weapon. You know, then this is a great gun, but it's meh. And I like this katana. But I love cutting people up with katanas. I can loot everyone in here. Now the beauty of the immortality glitch is that I can just go around looting. Like, normally you don't want to do this in the middle of like these types of games where you want to loot while everyone is firing at you. Basically normally the normal strat is you clear the area, you run back through, you loot everything, and or you clear sections at a time, take cover, sneak around, pick shit up, but I'm immortal, so basically I can run around with zero concern of taking damage, followed by throwing grenades at my feet and taking zero damage. Taking zero damage from anything. Unironically. Hi there.
You don't know who you're fucking with!
Alright, it's time to use one of my favorite weapons. If you know what these are, you know what's gonna happen next.
I'm hit! I'm hit!
I apologize for those of you who can't actually watch this. Due to a medical condition, but this next part, for those of you who have epilepsy, I highly recommend you look away. Alright, cool. Now, part of the reason why I said that, why I gave the epileptic warning before I started slashing that dude, was because notice my blades are a bright color, and then notice this. Something like that, I feel like could trip off an epileptic seizure. Maybe, maybe not, but it's just, especially with like me turning and all these bright lights. I mean, just in general, just if you have epilepsy, just click off the video now. Get off the stream now. If you are an epileptic, I don't recommend watching this. Also, another fun thing about being a mortal is I can practically just cause as much mayhem as possible, knowing that, actually, you know what? Hang on. This is gonna be really cool. Hang on. There's something else I gotta do in a second. As soon as I'm done looting everything. I think I actually just did loot pretty much everything that I cared to loot at the moment. So I don't think there's anything else worth looting. Unless this is a... Okay. This is actually perfect. Alright. Hey. Alright. I'll just ignore him. Alright, so I'm gonna line up the next gig, and then... Oh, wait, hang on. Okay. Increases melee damage by 10%. That sounds overpowered. If any of you are a fan of the spiffing oh crap, the spiffing Brit, you'll understand why I just think 10% is overpowered. Alright, so, step 1. To show you this cool thing, I have to do something that would cause the cops to come to me. Because I have to be a fucking maniac. Or in this case, in lore explanation, a cyber psycho. It blows the ever-living crap out of every little thing. Where are the cops? Coppas! Now the other thing that's also cool is you can actually also, like, if you kill the cops and succeed in doing this, you can also loot the cops. I thought you could loot the cops. Okay, you can't loot the regular cops. I don't think. Yeah, you can't loot these guys because they just don't drop anything. But once you get to the Sixers, they drop some decent stuff.
I repeat, officer down!
Not Sixers. I want Sixers. Alright, now the Sixers should be showing up.
I'm fucking done!
Oh, my game froze. Is this how the stream ends? Am I about to crash? I don't know. If my game crashes here, then yes, it will be the end of the stream. Hello? So, alright, so I think my game is about to crash, so while I'm live, I'm just gonna say, if I don't crash, then I'll keep playing, but see you all later, just in case my game does crash here. Alright. Time to play the waiting game. You know, I think I'm gonna cut it here, so see you all later.